what represent for us this program, and how do we feel right now, looking back what we did. You want to start?
Okay. Well, as Juan Carlos said, when we met after so many years, we thought, well, what a nice thing would be to come back. And maybe we have something to tell the young people. Because for us, it was a very strong thing to come here so young. We came with 15 years, 16, 17, to a different culture, to a different place, to different families. And well, after so many years, we didn't see each other. Every one of us did different lives, studied different things, went to different places, lived in different places. And when we got together again, we suddenly thought, well, the same things happened to us. Because all of us did different things, but all of us had dreams and made them true. Because, for example, I wanted to go from Buenos Aires. I lived in Buenos Aires at those days, and I wanted to go to a smaller place with more nature. And after being here and struggling so much to live in a different country without communications with my family, in a different school, when I came back, I was grown up. You grow up very fast when you go out of your house, out of your town, out of the comfort zone where you feel sure. You have to go to a different place. You feel not so sure. You don't know what to do, and that gives you a strength, a different strength. So when you go back to your house, to your school, you are a grown up. And that gives you a strength to fight for life and fight for things that you want to get. And that was a common thing for us, because all of us had done many things that we wanted to, and different things, and well, we found out that maybe that was a good thing to tell young people, to be able to dream. We had dreams and we could make them true. And that was because we were here once, and that gave us the power to go for things we wanted. So we thought that would be a good message for them, and we always remember that. And this trip we made is the proof of it, because 2 years ago we just, as a joke, started thinking, well, maybe we could make another trip, and maybe we could go back to the places we were, and maybe we could speak to young people and tell them our experience. And well, suddenly, maybe joking a little bit, maybe we got through it, and everyone, well, mainly Juan Carlos, that had was in touch with many persons in Michigan, actually developed the idea, and we just followed him, and here we are. So the proof is that when you have dreams, you get there when you really believe in them. And so I think that's a good thing for young people. Sometimes we were in high schools, and the kids asked us, well, and if I don't have any money, how could we do? Well, there are scholarships, there are other exchange programs that maybe they can give you help, maybe the government, maybe, you know, when you have the will to get there, money is not a problem always. The first thing is to set your mind and go for what you want. And I think that's a good message for young people. Never stop dreaming. That's the message.
Well, of course, after our testimonies, we would like to interact with you guys, you know, basically the exchange student, because they have another point of views, probably different, much different than ours. And remember that we have 3 challenges. The first is to be an exchange student, but also we have to promote to have host families and to be volunteers. The trilogy of YFU has to be always looking forward for. We also, of course, we can talk to everyone whole night if you want. But 10 o'clock is landing. Fabio, we have to pick him up at the airport. Also, we brought some stuff here that you can take a look at it. And also, of course, we need to listen your testimonies. So the 6 of us are going to answer any, or we're going to talk together. Okay? So, Carl, we're going to follow?
Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
Well, coming back to some words Alida says, we follow him because he motorized this trip and so well that I couldn't say to my wife that I was coming alone. So I brought her. But what I would like to tell is about some things that happened to me. A short stories about my family one and one about the school. I gave it title to what I will tell you. It's what does exchange student have to face in his experience? My case. To tell this too long, the story will be shorter. My father once, Mr. Frank Maxey, from Royal Oak, Michigan, wanted to talk to me. I didn't know why. I wasn't sure. I was understanding very little English, just like now, but I talked less on that time. Okay, what he says was like something like, Oscar, you goes like bulo. I didn't know what bulo was. You don't either. But anyways, he was signing like this and like this. He didn't talk Spanish at all, but with A or O at the end, it was Spanish for him. Oh, I say, bull, you mean bull, yeah. Then he came with another phrase. I was lighted on that time because I understood the word. And he came with another word, another phrase, and a word. You have to be more humble. And I said, oh God, what's humble? And then he went to look for it in the dictionary and he found humility, humildad. Oh yeah, I'm lighted again. I got it. I know what he wants to say to me, but the end wasn't coming yet. What he wanted to say was, or you behave as the rule of the house are here, or you go back to your home. Well, then I tried to do my best. I stayed, I graduated, and after 5 years later, I came back here to Michigan and visited them. And I was received as a son. That's the end of the story. The last one I will tell you is about the school. I was in my Spanish class with a great teacher, Miss.
You took a Spanish class?
Yes. English was hard for me.
That's not a good example for the change.
But I took Spanish class and I have a good anecdote. And that's the one I bring in here after 45 years. Huh?
I know how to graduate now.
Well, Mr. Evangelist needed a Spanish voice for a song. We were preparing a Spanish song. It's a Cuban song. It's called Guantanamera. Somebody of you knows it? Okay. There's a recitated part of Guantanamera that says, yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma, y antes de morir quisiera echar mis versos del alma. What it says is, I'm a sincere man where the palm grows, and before I die, I want to take the verses of my soul. Well, okay, I did it with my Malay voice, very strong and slow, and I was popular for the first time in Finally, to close it, and what would I say to the young boys and girls is, go ahead, you're young, you're strong, be engaged in, I don't know, let's say, find some new cultures, people you don't know, that they are there, that they exist, and get involved with that. You'll change your mind and you'll get some experiences for a lifetime. Go ahead. That's the message for the young people. Thank you.
Yeah, this is a nice way to learn Spanish. An O, an A.
No, I guess I was a C. It was a C.
Okay.
But with the song, I got B.
So if somebody wants to hire us, we cannot go. Somebody wants us to pay back what we stole. No. All right, we keep on going, and Veronica, come over here. She's our sweetheart. Huh? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm going to cheat. He wants me, but I want to cheat. My niece, ambassadors of goodwill. When we came abroad to live between American families, we only had a couple of years. Everything was exciting, new, facing a different way of life, customs and traditions. You can be sure we got very, very enriched. How? It gave us the knowledge to be independent, to take our own first important decisions far from home, to be open to listen others, to be grateful each single moment for life and our parents that offer us with great effort to live this experience. International, intercultural, typical meetings meant a lot to me. We shared meals, like today, conferences, dances, songs from each country all together. Now, at almost 60s, I have 4 own kids and 3 grandchildren. I can tell you what I most treasure after being a YFU exchange student. To be grateful, to serve others, to get a better world. Everyone has some to teach us. A friend, a child, an old grandpa, a sick person near to death, an exchange student far away from home. We all have to bloom to be good seeds.
Okay. ¿Qué pasó? Ah, pero vení.
No.
Sí, vení.
Bueno,
Okay, I would like to introduce another. Huh?
no digo nada.
I would like to introduce another person from one of our main provinces, which is Tucumán, where Oscar and Indiana are coming from. And Manny is her nickname, and she has something to say as well, of course.
Hey, Manny. Okay.
Let's go, Manny Pacquiao.
May I be seated? Do I have to?
I think you have to get in front of the camera.
Right. Okay. I'll do my best. Well, I've been an exchange student in 1972. I'm not 1971, but it was almost the same song. I'm the younger, in between the older. These older men that
Much younger. 1 year.
That was just a joke. I was trying to bring this message, and my part was that of the expectations the family has and the exchange student has when they are planning the staying abroad. It's not just a trip, it's staying abroad, a school different, a house different, a family different. And my message, especially to the exchange student, is to understand that the principal part or the principal role in adapting is and creating the external and internal harmony is in the student. You have to adapt to new rules, to new schedules, to new schools, to new family, to a new way of life. And your family is expecting that too. But it is you that has to do the most important role in learning, or it is wise to have it at hand. Let me see, flexibility, adaptability, and as everybody said here, humbleness to learn, because in the other way you won't be learning. So my personal message to the exchange students especially is to try to transcend your personal field, to understand it is an intercultural exchange, and that you will come later with very, very nice recuerdos?
Memories.
That's all.
Okay, to close these wonderful testimonies, we're going to have our naive side, and it's going to be by Graciela, who is our pretending youngster, which is not, she's older than everybody else. But anyway, she has something